going through a breakup right now, here are 3 things that don't get talked about enough. So the first one is how embarrassing heartbreak can feel. Okay, you're probably scratching your head, but think about it. If you were in a relationship where maybe your friends or your family didn't like the person because maybe they saw what you didn't, maybe they saw how somebody was treating you and they didn't like it, maybe you even refused to see it, there can be a lot of shame that we carry because we realize that maybe we should have listened. And nobody wants to have that "I told you so" done, but sometimes we're in the wrong. I know that I've definitely been there myself. The thing is that you can be smart and you can be self-aware, and you might have some patterns that cause you to overgive or people please because maybe you don't feel worthy or deserving, or you might be overly forgiving or kind of excuse their behavior because maybe they had, a tough childhood or something like that. And then you might be judging yourself afterwards because you realize that you do have a role in how the relationship turned out. And probably people told you maybe what the red flags were, and there's a lot of shame when we have to admit to ourselves that we didn't want to see them. Secondly, nobody tells you how quiet heartbreak can become after that first shock. At first everybody checks in, people are, start noticing that maybe your pictures aren't on social media anymore. But then after a couple weeks, you're still hurting, and a lot of people have kind of stopped checking in on you. And it can feel really isolating because maybe you feel like you're being a bother. You don't want to be the Debbie Downer. People are inviting you out to do things, and you don't want to be the person who's, sad and depressed about their breakup, about somebody that maybe your friends all knew was not good for you. So people might ask you, how are you doing? And maybe you kind of lie about it and say, yeah, you're fine, you're getting through things or whatever. But maybe you're still waking up in the middle of the night or sad or angry and still feeling upset about what happened. And that's completely normal. And I think that we should discuss it a little bit more. So the thing is that that quiet part can feel lonelier than the breakup itself because you could feel like you don't have anywhere to go. This is why it's so important to have a community of people that you can go to for support during that time. The third thing is nobody tells you that sometimes you don't even miss the person. You realize that if it really goes down to it, what you miss is the future life that you thought you were going to have. You miss probably the vacations you planned, the idea of family or having a partner or traveling together or having that house. The life that you thought you were going to have is gone. And that can be really, really upsetting because it's not even about losing the person. You probably lost this whole version of yourself that you thought you had for the future. Maybe you had also, like in your daily life, routines that you had habits and activities, you have friends in common, and all of these things can be so, so difficult to let go of and accept that now you have this big hole, but like where your future used to be. But I do want to let you know that that big hole can become a blank piece of paper where you can write the rest of your life. And this is what I'm here to help you with. And so this weekend especially, I'm offering Heartbreak to Healing one session specials for €99. This is a really good chance for you to just calm your nervous system. I usually do programs and workshops and everything like that. But these sessions are really for when you're in the shit. You don't feel good, you're dysregulated, you're probably nervous and fearful and heartbroken. Maybe you're finding it hard to ground yourself and regulate. This is what these sessions are for. So check this weekend on March 7th and 8th, so Saturday and Sunday, a 48-hour special. 10 people are going to be able to buy these €99 1-hour sessions. It's really going to give you a chance to be able to ground yourself and also become calm and at least feel in control of your body. So, and for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Andrea Hunt, and I'm a Heartbreak to Healing coach using EFT tapping. EFT tapping is an incredible way to regulate the nervous system, uses acupuncture points on the face. Looks kind of funny, but I promise you that it is incredibly helpful. So if you're kind of feeling stuck, lost, isolated, maybe you're just not able to kind of feel in control or grounded, please reach out to me and check this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, to get your special deal. Okay, hang in there.